2 words, Delta, breathe.
What's going on, everyone? Delta Breeze here, bringing you guys team breakdown for week 7 of the KPL. The San Antonio Sprites are going to take on DashingSceptile, coach of the Seattle Sigilyphs, in this week 7 matchup. Really looking forward to this battle. Had a hard time prepping for this team, so I think I have the best thing, but it is not looking too good. And with our record 2-4, this loss, if I do take a loss, it looks like I'm out of the playoffs. But if I do win, I have a slight chance, depending on who loses and everything like that. But if I need to make if I want to make playoffs, I need to win this match. And I need to win it with a pretty nice differential. But a win will be just, all I need is just a win. So let me go over his team, some threats, and I'm going to go over my team after that. So first things first, he has his Latios, man. The Latios group is so freaking scary, man. Being a Psychic Dragon type, it has a lot of weaknesses, but also a lot of resistances. This thing could be a Dragon Dance set, be on the physical side and run Dragon Dance and have Earthquake, Dragon Claw, all those good stuff. It is mostly used as a special attacker though, so I'm not too sure about the Dragon Dance, but it's not off my radar. 130 base special attack and 110 speed. It hits hard, it hits fast on the special side. It gets moves like Luster Purge, which is 95 base Psychic type move, and it also lowers my special defense. That's actually a nerf. You have Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, just Psychic, a ton of coverage, and really hard something to prep for. But you know, I do what I always do. I try to see everything I can and try to prep for it. So maybe I did prep for it correctly. Maybe I missed some stuff, but we'll see him when the battle comes, right? Next, he does have Meowscarada. My starter from Paldea. I love grass type starters, and Sprigatito is so cute. Meowscarada is an awesome Pokemon. Has a blazing speed of 123, just an incredibly fast Pokemon. And then with 110 attack stat, it hits hard, it hits fast, especially with this signature move, Flower Trick. It always crits. Grass type move, and it never misses. It is so annoying. It does have Protein as an ability, so it changes its typing based on the move it uses. It can run Sucker Punch, it can run Play Rough. It can have a choice item and run like Flower Trick, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, and Triple Axle. I can see that being a thing. It can be like Focus Sash set maybe with some spikes, and it can taunt things and things like that. Trick Room, it does have Trick Room. I don't think he'll use it, and he might with the Skarmory and the Sylveon kind of deal, but I don't see it likely. I do see it more often as like a choice Scarf, being super fast, especially with the 123 speed. Just having a choice Scarf, it's going to outspeed everything on my team. My Scarfer is the only thing I could probably do to do it is Electrode, but I don't think Electrode's going to be good in this battle. But I'm going to try my best against Meowscarada. The protein abilities like Cinderace and Greninja in week 1, and now Meowscarada now, it's hard to prep for, and that's why it's like, this seems very difficult to prep for, but I think I can do it. Next we have Skarmory, his defensive wall, his physical defensive wall. It can Iron Defense, Body Press, it has Spikes, it has Stealth Rocks. It can whirlwind things with the hazards and just be super annoying. It has Brave Bird, Iron Head, X-Scissor, all these different things, Flash Cannon, Body Press, all that stuff, man. It does have weaknesses to fire and electric on the special side, so if I have something like that on my team, he's not a problem. Especially if I can get rid of those hazards that he likes to set up, especially with Meowscarada. All those hazards, I just need to get rid of those. But that's the thing he likes to do. But again, just a very physical, bulky mon. Next, he has Annihilate. I think so. Latias, sure. Meowscarada, they're all very scary. Annihilate is in those like top 3. Where like they're gonna bring those 3 for sure, and it's going to be really hard to prep for him. Annihilate, being Ghost and Fighting, it has a great type combination, super strong, has a high attack stat, and then it has a special move called Rage Fist. Rage Fist, it starts at base 150, so it's like, okay, it's not that much, but every time it takes a hit, it goes up 50. So first hit is 100, then 150, and so on and so forth, so it can start steamrolling if I'm not careful. It can bulk up, it can start taunting things to try to prevent anything. In my mock battle, he ran a Lum set, so maybe gotta watch out for that. My intention was to burn it and Will-O-Wisp it and try to halve its attack, but a Lumberry can kind of prevent that. But normally I see it kind of bulk up leftover set, and then a Rage Fist, Close Combat, or Drain Punch for recovery. So Annihilate is on my radar, but I think I have a really cool idea for that thing. Next, he has Sylveon, his special defensive mon. I love the evolution. Sylveon's one of the coolest one, the newest one. We need more. But being a fairy type, I need to watch out for the dragon type moves. He can be choice specs with a pixelate, hyper voice pixelates ability. It turns all the normal moves into fairy type moves. So choice specs, fairy type, hyper beam can do a lot of damage to my team if I'm not careful. It can run mystical fire, moon blast. It can be a wish protect kind of set and kind of be very bulky, very stally, especially with protect and leftovers, all that good stuff. But steel types and poison types will need to go its way, and I do have a plan for that. Next he has Tentacruel, one Pokemon that can kind of wall my Urshifu. I do realize that, but I think Tentacruel can't really do anything to me. I know it has knockoff, it can be rapid spin for utility, it has water coverage, it has poison coverage, it can have Giga Drain for grass coverage, Pounce Bug, and just a lot of different things. It can be super annoying if I'm not careful, but Tentacruel is something that, like, alright, it's Tentacruel, right? It's good, but not that good, so it is on my radar, but I'm not stressed out about that. I have some good answers for that. Just send a ground type move its way and it's done. Next he has his only Paradox Pokemon. He has Sandy Shocks. We already know this thing's probably going to be holding booster energy to raise something. Probably maybe it's speed, maybe it's special attack. It has a high special attack stat. Ground and electric. A really cool type combination. But with a high special attack, it can run Thunderbolt. It can run Earth Power. Again, no Terra Blast, thank God, because no Terra Captain. But I do have to watch out if it's not booster energy. It could run Sunny Day to set up its photosynthesis ability and then run another item. Maybe like Assault Vest or something like that. I have no idea. I'm not very familiar with Sandy Shocks, but I do know booster energy, special attack. That's all you gotta know. As long as it has like an Assault Vest, super bulky special attacker in its way and has something that can hit it with, Sandy Shocks will be taken care of just fine. Next he has Malamar. It's Terra Captain, being Terra Dark, Terra Fighting, and Stellar typing as its next to as its Terra type. I don't see this thing as, it doesn't have that great stats. The one thing it is running for its ability, Contrary. It can run Contrary Superpower with Terra Fighting Superpower. It can start boosting its attack and defense while doing some damage, but I have Ghost types on my team, so I don't really see him running that much. But the Ghost type, he does have Dark type moves to hit it, so maybe he does. Who knows? But that's really all I know about this thing. I mean, his top 6, 7 Pokemon are more likely brings than the last couple ones, but I mean, those last couple ones could be underdogs and could be kind of like, they could be laying low on the radar, and I couldn't even predict it, and they end up winning the team for him. But if I have answers for these guys, I'll be fine, which I do, so it's not a big of a deal. Malamar, not too worried. Next we have his other Terra Captain, Pyroar, being Terra Fire, Terra Normal, and Terra Grass. Same thing, not too worried about this thing. I can see it being like maybe a Focus Sash Endeavor type. With its Terras, he can maybe just hammer with a Choice Scarf, Terra Fire move, and put some dents on my team, but I'm not too really worried again about any of the other last 2 Pokemon, but I do have answers for them, so that's, I guess, my best kind of thing. If you're noticing, like towards the end of the team breakdown, I don't really have that much to say about them. I didn't have enough time prepping for this. I got busy at work and my whole wedding, and it was really hard to kind of get ready for this match, but I did the best I could, and we'll see how that goes. Next he has Wishcash, his last Terra Captain, with being Terra Ground, Terra Poison, and Terra Flying. This thing has a great type combination, one of my favorites. Water and Ground, only one huge weakness to Grass, and kind of resist and being neutral to almost everything else. But Wishcash is very mid Pokemon. I don't know if I'm gonna eat those words later, but same thing along the last 3. I'm just gonna go into real quick. Wishcash, Munchlax, Fletchinder. Fletchinder and Munchlax could maybe run Eviolite. I know Munchlax gets Belly Drum, but those last 3, I'm not expecting them to bring, not at all, especially when I have a lot of grass coverage and everything like that he's seen. Maybe he's watched my videos, I'm not too sure, but he has to say, alright, Grass. Wishcash, not in the picture, but all his other Pokemon could possibly be a bring. Latios, Meowscarada for sure, Skarmory, Annihilate. So I am kind of prepared, but I'm going to try my best, you guys. I know I need a win to get into playoffs, but I did have a lot going on this week, and that's not an excuse. I'm going to try to do my best with my ability, play super smart, play super cautious, but I only had so much to do, right? I only had so much time in my hands. So that's his team, all his threats, everything like that. I'm going to go over my team of 6, what I'm bringing, and why I'm bringing them. So first things first, we have to have Urshifu. I feel like Urshifu is going to be a constant bring for the rest of this season, even if I fingers crossed, if I do make playoffs, Urshifu is going to be a bring. He's holding the Expert Belt to do max damage with the super effective moves. With that, we have Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Ice Spinner, and Substitute. Substitute's gonna be really cool. If I set up a substitute and they have to break it, I can hit really hard with all these 3 moves. Surging Strikes, Close Combat, and Ice Spinner are great moves. Ice Spinner can hit super effective on the Sandy Shocks, on the Latios, on the Masquerada if it doesn't protein, if it stays Flower Trick and tries to break my sub, I can Ice Spinner that. Close Combat's there for the Munchlax, just in case he does bring it. It hits a lot of other things too. Not super effective, so the Expert Belt won't help there, but it will do enough damage. Close Combat is a very strong move on Urshifu. And then Surging Strike's there for the Pyro if he brings it, and then just my strongest hitting move on anything else like the Annihilate. But I do have to be careful with Surging Strikes. If I hit Annihilate 3 different times, that's 3 different times his Rage Fist is being boosted, so I might lean more towards something else or even switch out. But if I can see a knockout, if I do some calcs and see that Surging Strikes will knock it out, then I'll probably go for it. But if it doesn't knock it out, I am not going to give his Rage Fist 3 boosts. That's not going to happen. Alright, max attack, max speed, and then of course Unseen Fist. But the substitute should be cheeky. Hopefully I can get something where I send him in. He's scared and wants to switch, and then I kind of substitute, kind of do my thing behind a substitute. I think that'd be really cool. Next we have Ace, my shiny Lucario, holding this Choice Scarf or wearing the Choice Scarf, however you want to see it, to boost its speed. I think a really fast Lucario can be really good against any team that I play against. I learned from last week, and kind of I don't want to lock myself in a move that'll kill me. So we do have Meteor Mash, Close Combat, Earthquake, and Crunch. Meteor Mash can be there, so specifically for the Sylveon, I need to get rid of that Sylveon and hit it really hard. Close Combat's there for just max damage. Again, Close Combat again on physical attackers and fighting type stab. Close Combat is going to do a lot of damage to a lot of different things. Earthquake's there for the Tentacle, the Sandy Shocks, and then Crunch is going to be there for the Latios, and specifically for the Latios. The Latios is scary, so a fast Lucario can kind of crunch it and do some good damage to that thing. So hopefully that works out. A fast Lucario is a good Lucario. And we are running Justified as his ability. If a knockoff's coming my way, and I can predict that and kind of switch into it, I can take the knockoff really well. I get a Justified boost, and it boosts my attack up. So I'm running Justified this week because I'm a physical attacker, max attack, max speed, and then Choice Scarf. Hopefully I can put in the work with Lucario. Next, I originally ran Assault Vest Muck to take care of his team, especially with the Latios and everything like that. But Sandy Shocks kind of just blew it back. With it being ground typings, I can't prevent it. I take a lot of damage even with the Assault Vest. And with Muck being my only special defense Pokemon, I didn't have a good counter for Sandy Shocks. Sandy Shocks kind of ran through me in my mock battle. But instead of Muck, I am going to be bringing my shiny Goodra here, my Marmalade, wearing the Assault Vest to be as specially defensive as possible for the Latios, for the Sandy Shocks, and then anyone else, Sylveon, any other special attackers that want to kind of hurt my team. We have Sludge Wave specifically for the Sylveon, and the Masquerada if it doesn't Terra, or if it doesn't have the protein ability, if it just switches in. Ice Beam for the Sandy Shocks, and for the Latios, it does decent damage to the Whiscash. And then Thunderbolt for the Skarmory. I do see the Skarmory kind of switching into this thing a lot. So Thunderbolt's there, and then knock off for utility, knock off any items. Sap Sipper is going to be there for the Masquerada. If I feel a Flower Trick coming my way, I can switch this in and then kind of do any predictions and kind of see who he wants to switch into and make my move from there. But max HP, max special defense, like I said, he's going to be my special defense wall, and hopefully can help out this team better than Muck did in that mock battle. Next, we have my shiny Mamoswine Tantor. Again, kind of the same set as last week. Different moves, but kind of same set. We have Focus Sash. He's going to be my dedicated lead, because I do see him leading with Meowscarada, kind of setting up spikes or just being a very fast Scarfer and causing some mayhem at the very beginning. So this is there for him. I can take a hit, I can take a Flower Trick with this Focus Sash, and then kind of Icicle Crash, or maybe even predict a switch with U-turn and then go for Ice Shard and hit it before it transforms into a Bug type. Love Mamoswine. I think a Focus Sash Mamoswine is very intimidating, and I thought it was a cool break for this week. But we have Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Earthquake, and Heavy Slam. Heavy Slams for that Sylveon. Earthquakes for almost everything else and hit pretty hard. Icicle Crash can be there for the Sandy Shocks and the Meowscarada. But that's my plan with this guy, and then hopefully it pops off. And for my last 2 Pokemon, we're going to be physical walls. My first one's going to be Skeledirge, holding the Mental Herb. This is specifically for Annihilate. I do have a plan for Annihilate. I know he's scary, I know he's a threat, but hear me out. We're running Torch Song, Hex, Will-O-Wisp, and Slack Off. If I see Annihilate, I kind of want to switch into Skeledirge. I know that's weird, like, he's a ghost type Pokemon, he has super effective damage against me, but I did some calcs. I can live a Rage Fist if he does take 1 hit. I can live Will-O-Wisp it, and then kind of slack off, get my health back, and Hex it, and do some super effective damage with Hex. That's my kind of plan there, and the Mental Herb is there in case Annihilate wants to taunt me and kind of stop all that shenanigans with the Will-O-Wisp and the slack off. He taunts me, I shake it off with a mental herb, and I can still burn him and kind of run through and kind of deal with him that way. It also is very nice to burn maybe the Meowscarada, the Skarmory, Torch Song for the Skarmory special attack. The fire type move in Skarmory is going to be really nice. I can burn the Tentacruel if it's physical, the Munchlax if it starts belly drumming. I can switch in, I ignore belly drum with Unaware. I can Will-O-Wisp it and start working things like that. So that's the plan with this guy. Max defense to take the hit from the Rage Fist. He has max defense, max HP, max defense with a plus defense nature. So hopefully that can work out in my favor. We'll see. And last, to continue the train with my physical walls, we have Corviknight here holding the Rocky Helmet to do damage while getting hit, which is really awesome. And then kind of roost things off and stuff like that. So I have Brave Bird, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. Roost is for longevity. Defog to get rid of those hazards. I know Meowscarada can set him up. I know Skarmory can set him up. I don't have Muck this week, so if Tentacruel wants to set up Toxic Spikes, I can defog those away too. Defog was super detrimental to this week, and I needed to have it. U-Turn for pivot momentum, and then Brave Bird to handle the Meowscarada a little bit, to handle the Annihilate with the fighting typing. Just hopefully this spread is going to do some work. And then this week I'm running max HP, max defense, no investment in attack. I felt like I needed to live the hits a little bit better, and I feel like getting rid of the attack investment and upping up my HP was going to be better in that case. But that's going to be my team. Like I said, I prepped as much as I could, but I did not have enough time as much as all the other weeks, and this team was really hard to prep for. But hopefully I get this dub. I'm going to try my hardest. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, make sure you like, subscribe, and the battle will be posted tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.